Greetings and welcome to New Dawn, presentation 24. I was listening a little while ago to Lavette, and one word she said there has inspired this video. It's that saying, I before E, except after C. Well, straight away, you're being deceived. Just think about the spelling of that word. And if you actually count them up, you'll find that there are actually more words where that rule does not apply. It's a misnomer. But we can remember we're using the language of the dead and we're supposed to be the land of the living. Well, certainly the land of the living is what we create around ourselves. I am God, you are God. I am me, you are me, I am you, and so on. We're just different aspects of each other. Basically, we're our own universes. Think of the flower of life pattern. Each of you is a flower, and your auric field overlaps with the next one, and so we build up this pattern between us. This patent. But yeah, I before E. Well, what if it's the third I? The E representing energy. The I before the E. Because the I is projecting out the energy from within. Now, if it's after C, is that not a reference back to these mysterious sea people? These sea merchants, these urchins. Everything has a watery theme with them in their eternal battle of fire and ice. So I was just thinking, just before I made this video, how today is I'm inside because it would be that awful rustling, sort of muffled wind sound picks up on the speaker if I'm outside. It's rained. Now we have the wind and sunshine. It's perfect. I'm not going to complain about it. This garden needed the rain. It helps me. It saves me watering. Now the air is drying away the excess. And it's wonderful. It really is wonderful. Nice to have a bit of a breeze. The winds of change, you could say, but it's all very good. And that's what life is. I was thinking about this illusory reality, and if the third eye is a projector, what are we projecting out when we start looking at all the negatives and then reacting? I think this is all part of this process that we have to go through. It is the sleeping side of the creator within inside us that will just respond. So we look at a particular building from ancient history, whatever that history is. It's his story, it's not our story, it's not my story, that's a mystery. Like the song says, it's a mystery to me. Somewhere in the distance, hidden from my view, suspended in the atmosphere, just waiting to come through. That's exactly what it is. This awakening is awakening within inside of oneself, waking that sleeping part of the creator that we are. Because it only hears part of what we say. And so if you're looking at old buildings, for example, I've done this with the John Levi channel. I watched one of his and I thought, wait for it, and I started counting 3, 2, 1. I'd only got to 2 before he mentions about the building is destroyed by fire. That's their burning away of whatever the past was and putting their spin on things, their twist on things to keep us in confusion. Because that is exactly what it is. It is a fusion of truths that are twisted into lies, which we are conned by. We enter into a contract. What is retracting is our soul, our energy. Some of it will probably recoil in horror at what we see. It's very important to stay in balance and not let these energy motions, these emotions, rock our vessel and tilt us too far one way. We need to be the captain and steer our own vessel. You are the god of your universe. And I agree with Lavette. I don't like that word either, but I'm going to use it. Just take it to mean creator, which you are, as much as I am. We're just stars. That star right at the centre of our hearts, that is our sun. And from that we radiate out. Now if we are firing on emotions, we're also getting upset, hence the tears. So there's your water element coming in. We're going between the fire and the water. One of the ways I have resolved this and dissolved and solved all this is I have pictures in my mind and I have created, and I thought, well, I don't need to make up an image. I'll use an existing one that I've been shown. So we'll have the devil, we'll have God or Jesus, or we'll have good and evil in whatever way you want to see it. And you know what they did? They shook hands, they embraced, and they found a balance between themselves. They agreed to disagree on some things, and they're now working together. So within myself, there is no conflict, there is no war. And if I project out, then do I not project that inner peace outwards and start radiating that? It might not go very far, it might only go 6 feet or 20 foot around me. But it's a start. Now you look at the flower life pattern. Now if we all do this, then we build this flower of life pattern, because are we not in the land of the living? It's not about earning a living, because you don't want to end up in an urn. This is all where the etymology comes in. It is so clear with this 2020 vision. And this shit show is just giving you the whole lot. It's desperate. It knows its time is up. It's just trying to desperately seek for more and more lies to cover more and more lies. That's their wheels within wheels. That's their hell. We don't have to have that at all. Even this whole thing with the Admiralty Law. It said God works in symbols, so it's no good even going in that system and playing in that system. It's a silly game, and it's a rigged game. Far better to just put your arms out and, like the policeman they used before traffic lights, where they direct the traffic and they put their arms out and say, stop, no. Doesn't the Creator work in pictures? Doesn't work in words. I mean, look, this phony Phoenician phonetics, for example. Who let in the Latin, the language of the dead, anyway? It's misleading. I before E, except after C, is a deceive. So, straight away, If you just look at what is shown to you, often the answer is in. I mean, how many times have you said, who am I? About yourself, for example. Where am I? What am I? And so on. Well, the answer is in that question. Who am I? The answer is I am. Each and every one of us is I am. That's all we ever have been. Everything else is a distraction to hide that. From that, we then change the balance of everything. We start using this brain here. We connect within ourselves. We connect with ourselves. Within ourselves, our own trinity of mind, body and soul comes together as one. We then start projecting out that inner peace and spreading it. And slowly, bit by bit, we change everything. If you are a co-creator, which you are, think about even the Bibble Babble Bible. God didn't create the world in one day. It took 6. How long you want to see and interpret as being a day is up to you. But I can assure you that time is on our side. Forget the illusions. There is only now. We have already won this. Sorry for the spoiler alerts, that those that want to revel in the fear. But think about when this is all over, what are you going to do? What are you going to create? How are you going to build your universe, create your world? What light, what day and night are you going to give to that? What land are you going to form? What nature are you going to plant? What seeds are you planting? These are things to really go within and think about. I choose to create a paradise wherever I go, not a paradox. But as always, the choice is always yours. It always will be. No one can take that away from you. It's just what you look into and what you project out. That is the thing to remember. The answer is always to go within and find yourself. Know thyself. Because when you find thyself, you realize with real eyes that thyself is the study of theology is all about you and all about me. People like you, people like me. I can't resist doing that. It just came into my mind again. That is funny. And we've got to have humour as well. Anyway, I'm going to say ta-ta for now. What are we up to? 13 minutes 28. Oh, let's go for a 13:30. There you go. Ta-ta for now.